Hope you're feeling all right this morning. I'm going to do a little bit of mat work with softball. So to be fair, you do need this for this session really. You could follow through without any equipment, but well, give it a go if you want to, see what you think. Okay, so as always, just know how you feel. Please take responsibility for your own safety and how your body works today. And if you're not sure about anything, if it doesn't feel right, probably isn't. Check your position. If that doesn't fix things, then come away from whatever you're doing. I am going to start this session with some thoracic extension over the softball coming into abdo prep. So if you know your body doesn't like that, maybe deflate your ball so it's maybe only got say 30% of the air in it, or just skip forward to the end of the part where the ball is under the upper back to where that ball is going to go under the back of the pelvis. If you've had diastasis recti at all, unless you know that is fully fixed, then abdo prep is not a great one for you. So I would avoid this as well. Yeah, just please be mindful, be sensible. And if you've got any queries or questions, then please message me, let me know, give me a call. Alrighty, so we'll get started. So you are going to come and lie. So you've got your softball just in the centre of your upper back. So for the ladies, that's more or less where your bra strap comes across the middle of your back, maybe a teeny bit higher. Gents, I'm sure you can imagine. Yeah. So we'll have, just keep yourself propped up on your elbows to start with, so you're not having to work to maintain this position. You're going to bring your feet together, step toes apart, bring heels in line. Oh, if you can hear the background noise, my doggies are in the kitchen and they're being very grumpy. I will move them if we need to. So, feet hip width apart. Just have a little roll of your pelvis towards and away from you a few times, as you would normally do when you were flat on the mat. Just notice how that feels. I should say as well, if anyone's neck is feeling a bit sore, a bit grumpy, possibly this first bit, just skip past. Doesn't matter. Do another day. I know a lot of us do a lot more computer work than we would normally, and that is causing a few problems. There'll be a nice bit at the end of the video for a bit of neck release. So you can skip forward to that bit if you like. Okay, so settle into neutral. That is going to be a bit different from when we're flat on the mat. You just want to feel as though you've got that bit of lift through the tummy. Whatever position you're in, if you need to check neutral, neutral is when your little bony hip points at the front of the pelvis and your pubic bone are in the same plane. So whether you're horizontal, tilted, upright, those little bony hip points in your pubic bone, when you make that diamond with your hands, your heel of your hands ends up on that bony hip point and your fingers down on the pubic bone. And if you can be happy that that is in one plane, then you should be in neutral. Any queries, message me, we'll go through it in more detail. So bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, bring them behind your head, thumbs down the back of the neck. So all the way through this exercise, you're imagining you've got your soft peach between your chin and your chest. You just want to keep that peach there. Don't let it roll away, but also don't squash it either. So elbows wide, nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, very slowly, you're going to allow yourself to extend backwards over that softball, keeping your chin safely between your chin and your chest. So you may come all the way down to the floor, or you might not, doesn't matter. Have a deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, you are going to slide your wrists down towards your hips, which brings your head and shoulders back up again. So lower back pelvis staying neutral, neck keeping that little soft peach between chin and chest, so your neck's going to stay in a nice safe position. It is your upper back moving, so breathing out, slowly extend over that ball. Have a deep breath in. Breathe out, send the ribs down towards the hips, so that brings you back up again. Keep working with that, breathing out to extend back, pausing for a deep breath in, breathing out, coming back up again. Always thinking about that soft peach between the chin and your chest. Your head's heavy in your hands. Your hands are definitely not pulling your head forwards. You're really focusing on sliding the ribs down towards the hips, this sliding motion to bring yourself back up again. So if this doesn't feel comfortable, take a bit more air out of your ball, come away from it completely. It doesn't matter, just be mindful of what you can feel. We'll go one more straight abdo prep. Now this time we're going to go into oblique. So we will breathe in to extend back over the ball. We will breathe out to bring the one shoulder towards the opposite hip. Breathing in to extend back, breathing out to draw the other shoulder towards the opposite hip. So lower back and pelvis still staying neutral all the time. Oh, here comes the diesel dog. She's got me there. Breathing out, bring that shoulder towards the opposite hip. Breathing in to extend backwards. Trying to keep equal weight down into both sides of your bottom. We're going to go 3 more each way. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Well done, and extend back, and if that's a nice comfortable position for you, just enjoy that stretch. If not, gently roll yourself to one side. So nice deep breaths, allowing that rib cage to expand. Okay, and then we will all gently come off to one side, bring that soft ball out from underneath the upper back. Grab your head cushion so that you've got your neck supported. You might not need one, but maybe just a small one will make things more comfortable. So we're going to take our soft ball now and pop that under the centre, the back of the pelvis. So again, how much air you have in your soft ball will determine how challenging this is. If you want it to be more challenging, have a really full soft ball. If you want to be less challenging, just take a little bit of air out. And it might also just make things a little bit easier if the air's out, you're not quite so lifted. Just getting into that position might be more comfortable. So have a little play around and make sure things do feel comfortable. So feet together, toes apart, heels in line, shoulders drawing away from the ears. And just have a little roll of your pelvis towards and away from you again. So on top of that soft ball, you might need to just have a little play with finding the right position. It is quite low down, but still properly underneath you. So if you imagine your sacrum at the back of your pelvis is a little triangular bone in between your two big iliac crests, which are the bits you can feel on the sides of your pelvis. So it's quite low, but the ball is definitely still underneath you. Rolling backwards and forwards, and then just settling again into neutral. So if you make that diamond with your hands, your thumbs as you peer down your body will be just ever so slightly lower than your fingers, ever so slightly. Okay, so check the ribs are still connected. Depending on how high your soft ball is, you won't be able to feel your bottom rib on the back of the mat. So just keep that feeling of the ribs sinking and connecting. Don't let them pop up, keep them sinking, connecting. Okay, so we're going to start with level 1 hip twist. We're just going to breathe out, open one knee to the side, and breathe in to come back again. And then the other side. So you've got a little bit more of a balance challenge with that ball underneath you. As always, you want pelvis to stay completely level, just opening through the one knee, then drawing back, opening through the other knee, drawing back. And you're just thinking about that gentle tensioning through your deeper tummy muscles to keep you stable. You can think about drawing the little bony hip points towards each other. You can imagine a big cold pebble on your lower tummy in between those bony hip points. And that pebble is really, really cold. You're just gently kind of shrinking away, gently drawing away from that really cold pebble. check that the one knee that's supposed to be staying still, that does stay pointing up towards the ceiling as the other one moves. So we know quite often likes to sneak out and just help counterbalance you. And we don't want that, we want your core and your centre to be working to keep you nice and central without that knee sneaking out to help you. Okay, let's go one more each side. And come back to the centre. So this time we're going to float one leg up into single tabletop, and we're going to do hip twists with just this one leg. We're going to do 10. So you're going to breathe out, open that leg to the side, breathe in and draw it back again. So you might not go very far at all. You want to keep that other knee pointing straight up all of the time. Just a little open through that one knee and close again. If you can feel your neck starting to do too much, just have a little roll through the shoulders, relax them away from the ears. Little look over one shoulder, look over the other, come back to the centre, think about the soft peach again. So I hope you're keeping count. People who come to class, you'll know that I definitely can't count. When you've done your 10, come back to the centre, let that leg come down, float the other leg up, same on this side, breathing out to open, breathing in to close. So just notice how the weight changes into your arms. It's fine for the little teeny bit more weight to come into the arm on that side, the leg's moving, but you don't want all of your weight to move across. You're trying to use your centre to stay still and central and balanced as you move that leg to challenge your ability to do that. So again, hope you're counting. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. When you've done your 10, let that foot come back down. So we're going to go into single leg stretch. We're just going to breathe out and slide one leg away. Breathe in and slide that leg back again. Same on the other side. So it would be very easy as that leg slides away to let your pelvis follow and tilt forwards. So just being very mindful that you're keeping that same alignment through the body. Always pop your hands up on the front of the pelvis, make that diamond, check it stays exactly the same position, doesn't tilt forwards. If you want, you can add in the opposite arm. So as that leg reaches away, opposite arm reaches back overhead. And then the other pair. We're just working on, oh, here's my little deedle dog again. Breathing out to reach away, breathing in to come back. So keeping those ribs connected, keeping the body in the same position. There shouldn't be any movement through your soft ball. Everything just stays nice and still and stable. One more each side. And come back to the centre. Well done. Okay. So we're going to go into level 1 scissors. We're going to breathe out, float one leg up. Breathe in to come back down again. Breathe out, float the other leg up. Breathe in to come back down. So again, just be very mindful that you're staying nice and stable, nice and still. Pelvis stays in the same position. You're just folding at the front of the one hip and then opening at the front of that hip. And then the other side. And each time you breathe out and float that leg up, you're just engaging through those deeper tummy muscles. Legs stay light as feathers. Okay, so if you want to make that more challenging, just take your hands up towards the ceiling so they're not there to help you balance anymore. Same again. Breathing out to float the one leg up, breathing in to come back down, breathing out to float the other leg up, breathing in to come back down. That's it. And again, just working on staying very level through the pelvis. If you had a little spirit level balanced across those little bony hip points, you would want that bubble to stay right in the centre of the spirit level. If you're not sure, you can always place those hands on the front of the pelvis again. Keep the elbows off the floor, just check what's going on. Good. One more each side. Okay, so we are going to do some work into double tabletop. Hello, sweetie. We don't need your help. Trouble. Go on, off you go. Okay, so arms by your sides. We're going to come into double tabletop. So if you know that's not for you, that's fine. Just work with anything that we've been doing so far. If at any point you doesn't feel comfortable, bring one leg down, then the other, reset, go again, or just have a little breather. So when you're ready, floating the first leg up on an out breath, sink those ribs down and then float the second leg up. So from here, we're going to work into level 2 scissors. Going to breathe out, tap one set of toes on the floor, breathe in to come back up, breathe out, tap the other set of toes on the floor, breathe in to come back up again. So all the same principles apply. We're just looking for that independent movement through the hip, body staying still and stable. You feel a few more of your abdominals working now, those obliques, maybe a six-pack too a little bit. So the closer you tap your heel to your bottom, that makes it easier. The further you tap the foot away, that makes it harder. So just do whatever you feel is appropriate for you today. Maybe go for 3 taps further away and then 3 taps closer to your bottom. Okay, so if you want to take that into level 3, next time a set of toes come down, just pause, and then you're just going to switch your legs. So, nice breath out each time a set of toes comes down, so the breath is a little bit quicker than usual. And again, further you take those toes away, that makes it a bit trickier. Closer to your bottom, a little bit easier. Try not to let the momentum move you around too much. That's the idea, is still to stay still and stable. We'll go 3 more each side. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Okay, come up to the top there. Glue those legs together for a moment. So a bit more of a balance challenge now. If it's not for you, draw those knees in, bring the ball out from underneath you, have a little breather. If you want a bit more of a challenge, we're going to take those hands up towards the ceiling. Legs are going to stay still. We're just going to breathe out, reach those hands towards the wall behind you and breathe in to come round in your half circle. So, if you start to feel a bit too wobbly, let those hands come down and reset. Otherwise, we're working to maintain that nice still position on the ball. One more arm circle, and then pause with those hands up towards the ceiling. Bring the legs back to hip width apart, and we're going to go into our level 2 scissors again. So breathing out to tap a set of toes down, breathing in to come back up. Again, if you lose your balance, just pause, reset. We'll go 3 more each side. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, and we're going to single leg stretch. So breathing out to reach that leg long, breathing in to fold back in. Same on the other side. So just reset those deeper tummy muscles on each out breath, staying really still on the ball. And then we're going to take this into a double leg stretch. So as that leg reaches away, both arms reach backwards and then they come around. And then the other side. So still maintaining that balance on the soft ball. We're going to go 3 more each side. 3. Ooh, got a little bit of a wobble on. 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, and come back to the centre. Let one foot come down, let the other foot come down. Pop that softboard out from underneath you, draw one knee in, draw the other knee in. have a good roll side to side. So we'll just do a little bit of work into bridge, and then we'll do some nice release work for your neck. So feet can come down, soft roll back in between the knees. You really want your head to be relatively flat on the floor now, so pop your cushion to one side, unless you want a very small one. So arms nice and relaxed, shoulders drawing away from the ears. When you're ready, you're going to breathe out, sink your ribs down, roll your pelvis towards you and peel up into your little bridge. Keeping a bit of pressure into that soft ball, holding for your breath in at the top, and then breathing out to peel yourself back down again. Sink the ribs, roll the pelvis towards you, peel up, hold at the top for the in-breath. Check those ribs are still connecting. Very easy to let them pop up. You want to keep those connecting, squeeze through your bum muscles to get the height through the hips and open through the front of the hips. And breathing out to peel back down again. Hold for the in-breath at the top, breathing out to peel back down. So just imagine your backbone right in the centre of your back. You're going to peel up along that central line, hold at the top there, and then peel back down along that central line. So just notice what's happening with that peel down. Check that you can get your waistband back to the mat before your bottom, and then allow your bottom down and release the pelvis to neutral. Just go for one more. And then draw those knees in, have a little roll side to side again. Okay, so if you take your soft ball, we're going to let some air out, so it's maybe quarter to half full. If you've already deflated it a bit, that's absolutely fine. So I'll just fight with mine a moment. So you want him quite squidgy really, and you're going to take the soft ball, you're going to pop him underneath the back of your head. So that sticky out bit at the back of your head, you should be able to find that bone there. It's going to sit more or less in the middle of your ball. And then just get yourself comfy. You might want to take your feet as wide as the mat, just let your knees rest against each other. If you're comfortable with your legs straight, that's absolutely fine. But you should feel comfortable, you should feel that you can relax in this position. If your neck's not happy, then just gently maybe come away from that. There's some simpler things you can do. Just let me know if you want some specific exercises. Alright, so arms relaxed. Have some deep breaths. Breathing in, fill the body with air. Breathing out, just let the body sink down into the mat. And then when you're ready, we're going to do some ever so small chin nods. You're just going to gently bring your chin just a centimetre or so towards your chest, and then release again. So breathing out, tiny nod of the chin towards the chest, breathing in to come back. Each time you get that little nod of your chin, you should feel some lengthening through the back of your neck. So that ball almost rolls away ever so slightly. You might want to turn your palms up towards the ceiling, just let those collarbones widen a little bit more. Little chin nod, keep that feeling of length through the back of the neck, and then we're going to let the head roll around the ball. Just keep it small to start with, looking to one side and then rolling around to look over the other side. feels comfortable. Maybe let the head roll a little bit further. You may or may not find a little bit of stretch, it doesn't matter, it's more about just getting nice rotation through each of those neck joints, gently mobilising, letting everything relax and move gently. You might want to think about pausing for the in-breath as you look over the shoulder, and then breathing out to bring the head back over to the other shoulder. So I can't emphasise enough that this should not be uncomfortable. If it doesn't feel great, then keep it smaller, or just come away from it completely, or even just have your head flat on your cushions and do the same gentle roll one side to the other. Come back to the centre. Just have a couple more breaths here. Breathing in, breathing wide. Breathing out. Letting the body sink down into the mat. Just have a little stretch. So if you're comfortable with your head on the soft board, keep that there. If you'd rather have your head cushion back, just grab that. Bring your feet back to hip width apart, and we'll cross one ankle over the other knee, reaching that knee out and away from you, and just drawing your toes on that foot towards your shin. So that might be enough of a stretch. If you want to increase that, draw the second leg in towards the chest. Just hold on around the front of that shin. So only draw that second leg in if you can easily reach around it while your head stays heavy on your soft ball. And then we'll gently release that side. Switch over, again reaching the knee away, drawing the toes on that foot towards your shin, and then if you want to, drawing that second leg in. Oh, a bit tight this side today. So always good to notice how you feel, how one side compares to the other. Just gently release that side. Let both feet come down or roll over onto one side and very slowly push yourself up to sit. Just have a little stretch into the hamstrings. Oh, I've got sunshine coming through the other window now, it's lovely. Right, nice deep, one leg out straight, other leg with the knee bent out to the side, or if that's not comfy for you, both legs straight. Let's come back a bit so you can see me. So, nice deep breath in and reach up. And a breath out, come down towards that straight leg. And it doesn't matter where you get to, you might want to bend that knee a little bit. Just want to feel the stretch through the back of that leg, maybe into the opposite side of your back. And just breathe into that. Try and let your shoulders relax away from your ears. Just look after your neck. Neck should feel relaxed, shoulders relaxed. And then we'll walk the hands back up. Keep the legs where they are, deep breath in, and then breathe out and twist towards your straight leg. So hand in front on the knee, hand behind, just helping you to sit up nice and tall. So, breathing out. Oh no, let's breathe in, grow a little bit taller first, and then breathe out, maybe twist a little bit more. switch the legs over. Deep breath in to reach up, breathing out to come down towards that straight leg. And again, it doesn't matter what you get to, just feel that stretch. Notice how this side compares to the other one. Let the shoulders relax, neck relax. Keep that knee a little bit bent if you need to. And then gently walk those hands back up. Keep the legs where they are. Breathe in and reach up again. Breathe out and twist to one side. And again, breathing in to grow tall. Breathing out to maybe twist a little bit more. And then gently release back to the middle. And come over onto hands and knees. Tuck the toes under, roll back over those feet. So you can keep the hands on the mat, take the hips up towards the ceiling. Just have a few deep breaths there, let the crown of the head hang towards the mat. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. And then when you're ready, bend the knees, drop the tailbone, unroll, back up to stand. Probably going to lose me more or less. We've just finished. We'll keep the feet flat on the mat. Have a deep breath in and reach up. And then breathe out. Just flopping forwards. Breathing in to reach up. Breathing out to fold forwards. Last one. And then just reaching up one more time. And let those arms come down. There we go. Well done everybody, I hope you enjoyed that one. Do let me know if there is or there are other bits of kit you'd like me to do sessions with, and yeah, just any feedback's always really welcome. So stay safe, stay well, see you soon, bye.